Welcome back to Lenz's Movie Reviews. This is episode number 47. And we're going to talk about the last official film of the series before the reboot in 2007. This film was released in the year 2002. Now, here's the thing. They say that 3 years have passed by since the previous film. And yet the film came out in 2002. It should be 4 years, not 3. So I don't know why they said that for, but yeah. And Jamie Lee Curtis dies in the first 5 minutes of the film. Yeah, they brought her back for the sequel, and she dies. And I saw this from Dr. Wolfila, that he made a joke. Oh yeah, look forward to making yoga commercials for the next 15 years, which is kind of what she does. And she's popped the movies now and again, but she hasn't got the same status as she was back prior to this. And one thing you kind of notice between H2O and this film, she aged a bit. Yeah, she aged. Like it looked like she aged like 10 years per se. That's what she looked like she aged. I don't get why. And this is quite weird. You have Tyra Banks and Buster Rhymes. Basically, you have a reality show in here. Oh, and also, Katie Sackhoff is in this film. I forgot about it. Yeah, Katie Sackhoff. She's the blonde of the group. It's a reality show thing, which is kind of something I forgot to mention. They kind of trying to do this in the 5th film, but they couldn't do it because the guy died. So yeah. And plus, they're back at the Myers house. And this is the real thing. First time actually since the 2nd film that this version of the Myers house has been seen. So, yeah. And apparently the house has been very much disarray. But it definitely does look like the way it looked back in the 2nd film. Which I do praise the director of the film. Rick Reinshaw. I praise him for actually... Well, he's director. But I do praise the production team for actually having the house look like the way it did back in the 2nd film. Which, look, if you watch the film, because in the 2nd film they threw rocks at the Myers house. Now, the Myers house was also in the 6th film, but it looked completely different than it did in the 2nd film. But at least it looked more truer. And it was painted too. But and of course the Strodes actually moved into the place. This place looked like it's been no one's lived here for years. And apparently there's tunnels underneath the house. Yeah, and of course the film had a very cliche ending. Also, I should mention Buster Rhymes' line. After he hits Michael Myers. Of course, he insults martial arts films. I do kind of agree with that. He does insult martial arts films. His famous line, the most quotable line from this film, his line, he says, "Trick or treat, mother effer." I'm not going to say the actual, what he actually fully said. I say mother effer because saying the full word, I am not going to actually say it because I don't usually swear on my channel. I never do. It's kind of a bad thing to do. But that's the most quotable line from the film. And there's a funny moment when Buster dresses up as Michael Myers, and he sees the real Michael Myers, and he thinks it's one of his guys dressed up as Michael Myers. It is just so funny. Yeah, I do agree. It's the most funniest scene of the whole film, and I do appreciate the writer of this film, Larry Brand and Sean Hood, who actually they did the screenplay of the stories. Stories by Larry Brand. But I do appreciate the humor they threw in here. It's actually pretty good humor. And I do like how Michael Myers kills one of the cameramen with a tripod. Really interesting way. I think Katie Sackhoff is the one who actually does survive the film because Tyra Banks' character gets killed, per se. But I'm not sure how the film actually was planned on original ending, but yeah. I think it's a pretty decent film for what it is. It is kind of much more put together better than the 6th film, and there's no incest plot, nothing. I would say it's a better written film than the 6th film overall. So, if I would rank these films, I would probably rank Halloween Resurrection as being better than Curse Michael Myers. But it's not a good way to end the series per se at that point. But they have the remake 5 years later, and of course they actually have another remake in the works, and John Carpenter is involved with the remake, which I'm so happy with because I'm a huge fan of his. If I ever get a chance to meet him, I'm taking the original. I'm taking this film right here. Well, maybe one of these films, maybe the original film. I'll have him assign DVD case for that year for that, The Thing, or The Fog, which I do. Those are only 3 John Carpenter films I do own. But I'll have him assign some of these films. But yeah. So I give Resurrection a 8 out of 10. I know some people don't like the film, but I kind of like it. It's a bit of a guilty pleasure because how enjoyably kind of bad it is, but I do appreciate also the director for going the partial found footage route of the film and making the film a little more scary again. I do appreciate that. But yep, and let me take a look here. I want to take a look here because I could have sworn that the blonde is Caddy Stack Up. I just want to make sure of that. Let's see here. Excuse me. Yeah, she is in the film, and I think she's the one who plays the blonde. Her name is Jennifer Jen Danzig. But she's not like the main one. It's Bianca something. She's probably the one who survives. And for some reason, let's see here. Deckard. Let's see here. Doesn't list off who actually is who plays him. Oh, here he is. Ryan Merriman. He's the one who plays Deckard. I think I am familiar with the character. He looked kind of familiar. I think they dressed up something. I think he dressed up as the Blues Brothers. Okay. Let's see here. Where did I see him? What other films I've seen him in? Let's see. Looking at his filmography, I don't recognize. Oh yeah, now I remember him. The Luck of the Irish, a film I have seen. That's why I remember seeing the character. Like, as soon as I see Luck of the Irish, like, yeah, I remember him from that film. Yeah, because I've seen Luck of the Irish. So, yep, that's much it I can say for Halloween Resurrection. But I do count it as a pretty decent film. But it's an okay follow-up to H2O. Okay. So that's it for this episode. Stay tuned for episode 48. I'm almost to episode 50. I'll find something for that episode soon. But as episode 48, I don't know yet what I'm going to do yet. I'll find something. Okay? But until then, I will see you there. Bye.